Welcome back, Shalloners, and welcome back, Wanderlusters. Wanderlusters, should I say. I'm killing it. Today I want to talk about something a little bit different. Usually we talk about boys and dating, but if you guys have followed me on Instagram, you know that I travel a lot, like 2 to 3 weeks out of the month, because I believe you actually can outrun your problems, and gosh darn it, I'm going to try. So I've gotten traveling like down to a science, and it's summer right now. A lot of you guys are on summer break. You're taking that girls trip, doing the bachelorette thing, going to a wedding weekend. And if you don't travel well, traveling's not any fun. And the key to traveling well is organization. And the key to organization is having the right products. And like I said, I've gotten this down to like a science. I've been traveling my whole life. And so I have figured out my ideal, and probably going to be your ideal and essential, travel products and must-haves. So everything you see that I'm going to talk about is going to be shoppable on my Amazon affiliate storefront. Yes, you can shop Shallon's life. You go to amazon.com/shop/Shallon Lester. I'm also going to put all the info for everything in the description of this video right below. And on my Amazon store, there's a whole bunch of other storefronts like beauty essentials, sexy things. You know, you can get Plan B on Amazon for $10. These are facts. It's not Prime though, so you got to plan your mistakes ahead of time. It's helpful. But you can shop my travel essentials, beauty basics, all sorts of stuff right in one tiny little spot. So the first thing I want to talk about is the first thing that I pack, makeup. Because I try to decide, like when I pack my makeup first, it helps me kind of set the vibe for my whole trip. Am I going super glam? Am I going like low maintenance? Not very much. And so even if it's not makeup that I'm packing, I pack my toiletries so that I have that done. And I usually forget one or two things as the course of the packing goes. So if I pack the toiletries up front, I still have time to go get the things I forget. I don't know why they don't put like a Rite Aid or something in airports, you know, like with proper toiletries. Hello? Is this too much to ask for me to buy the sunblock I like before going on a trip? No. Or apparently it is. Okay, so the first product I want to show you is my favorite one. This is a Dopp Kit, and a Dopp Kit it's like actually named after a guy like William J. Dopp or something from back in the day. And typically Dopp Kits are like thought of as a boy product. It's where they put their shaving cream and boy stuff, a little can of motor oil, I don't know, whatever boys like. But I like to use guys' products because typically they're larger. And I know that a lot of us use like ratty old cosmetic bags, like maybe it was free from a Victoria's Secret giveaway. Like, no. Throw those out. They're never the right size. They're always like this big. You can't really put anything in them. And then you end up having like 5 of them and they're mismatched. And oh, my deodorant's in that one and I forgot to bring it. Just get 1 or 2 big bags and be done with it. And I like this one because it like isn't that big, but it holds absolutely everything. And I just want my stuff to be concentrated. It's got a great little handle, which means you can hang it on the back of a door, or you can find it in your suitcase. Like if you just need to pull something out right before you get off the plane, you can pull this whole thing out and be done with it. Okay, so this has zippers on the sides. This is why I like it. And even though this is a Dopp Kit and it might say it's like technically for men, it clearly isn't because there's a makeup brush station. There's a makeup brush station. This has like changed my life. I would always just shove my makeup brushes into something. They get bent, they break, they get dirty. Why am I even bringing them? So I stopped bringing them and was doing my makeup with my fingers. Do not recommend. So this is such a nice, easy place. You can also put a razor there. You can put like a million colored pencils if that's what you use instead of makeup. And then I put my jewelry in these little compartments here. They don't fall out. I can see them. I know what I'm working with. So when I'm getting ready, I can be like, oh, I have 75 pairs of gold hoop earrings because that's all I wear. Cool. So there's that little thing. And by the way, this is definitely available on my Amazon page. It's by QS USA. And you can get it for 20% off. It's actually very cheap. It's under 30 bucks already, but I'm going to give you guys a promo code. It's ShallonXO on Amazon and you get 20% off and it's Prime. So you can get this in time for whatever trip you're taking and it's going to be on my Amazon storefront. So check it out. Okay. So the main compartment here, you open it up with these 2 zipper thingies. And then the whole top pulls open because the thing with those little makeup bags, you're always like rummaging, taking something out. You can't see what's actually in there. So I really like this because it holds everything that I need. Medicine, the big cans of like setting spray, multiple palettes. Like I've got everything I need in here. This stuff is my go-to. This is Elta sunblock. This is tinted This is going to be on the thing too. It's hard to see, but it's, yeah, broad spectrum tinted moisturizing sunblock. You got to have your sunblock. So I love this. You can put anything you want in it. It's great. And it's 20% off with the code ShallonXO. I'm so helpful. So let's talk about what else I take. Carry-ons, carry-ons, carry-ons. I really believe in investing in quality products for your basics. Just like your basic wardrobe. You need a quality pair of jeans, a quality pair of shoes, a nice bag. Everything else can be kind of cheap. Same with traveling. I have a really nice suitcase. I use a Hartman suitcase. Also put that on my Amazon store. My Hartman suitcase was like a $500 carry-on. It's a lot, but it has literally lasted me for almost 3 years now, which doesn't seem like a long time, but when you think about how much I travel, and it's rolled over Brooklyn cobblestones to Italian cobblestones to Greek tiny walkways, like it has been all over the world and it's held up because you don't want a cheap suitcase that's going to get stuck in the airport, that's going to jam, you can't move it. Then it's like, I mean, you might as well be a Sherpa carrying everything on your back. So in terms of the bag that I take, you know, you have one rolling suitcase and then you have one personal item. Do I abuse that policy? This is my bag that I carry onto the plane. This is my purse. Now, this is a John Varvatos backpack. I got this at, I think, Nordstrom's Rack like several years ago. It was really expensive. It was like $400. That's expensive for me. I don't buy stuff, but it was discounted from like $14. And it looks like this big, giant black sack, right? It is. So if you take everything out of it, it folds completely flat. It's just a big floppy thing. But you can fill it absolutely all the way to the top. Like I always take a pillow when I travel. And so you can put it, you can carry this thing. Look, it's the size of me. It is huge and it fits everything. And then it folds up. So sometimes if I'm traveling and I don't know how much I'm going to be bringing home, I'll wad this up into my rolling suitcase and then I can pull it out and have like basically another suitcase. It has just enough pockets. I really like it. And so let's see what I bring on a plane. First and foremost, my noodle pillow. Got to have me a noodle pillow. Send nudes by noodle pillow. So I always see people with like the pillow like this walking through the airport. Do you know actually you're supposed to wear them like this? That's the whole point. You like lean forward and sleep. You're not supposed to do it in the back. Nobody knows that. But this one I like because it's longer. Like it folds up to about the same amount of space, but it's longer. And you would be surprised how like many permutations there are. Like you can do like that. You can wrap it around. You can put it in your lower back on a flight because a lot of times you get stressed because there's no footrest. So I'll put it underneath my knees to kind of like create a better angle with my back, and it makes such a difference. Also, it's machine washable. You don't want to get the ones that have like filling inside it, like a beanbag chair, because you can't wash it. It'll never dry. This is washable, and you need to be washing everything that touches the inside of a plane because it's gross. The FAA only requires you to clean a plane every 30 days. Do you know how many people pass through a plane in 30 days? I don't even want to think about it. And do you know how gross human beings are? You don't want to think about that. I don't know why they don't have like UV lights all inside the plane that when the passengers clear out, they shut the doors, they turn the lights on, and it sanitizes the whole plane because that's what UV light does, you know? We have those on like our toothbrushes. If you have like a fancy electric toothbrush, you can put the little head in this little compartment and it does that. Why don't they do it on planes? Why don't they do it in vehicles, on subways? In my own home, I would appreciate that. So you can wash this. Speaking of UV, if you're going someplace and you don't want to be like gross for the flight back, set this outside on your patio if you're going to someplace warmer, even just someplace sunny, and the sunshine will sanitize it for you in like a day or so. Amazing. If you have access to even like a dryer, like a clothing dryer, put it in there if you don't even have time to wash it because the high heat will help sanitize, get you pretty far. So this is crucial. Snacks, but not just any snacks. Snacks from Target, not the airport. I've gotten stuck in almost every airport in the world. So I'm like used to kind of like camping out, and I hate to feel further victimized. I'm losing my time and then also having to lose my money buying like a $6 sleeve of peanuts that I don't even want. So stock up on some snacks. These were like $1.50 at Target, and they could like save your life, you know? You never know when you're gonna need them. And I have a whole, like I call it a treat trap. It's this like, it's a secret side pocket that goes inside the bag, and it's, oh yeah, it's full. Cracker Jacks? Okay. It's full of things. Also save stuff like this, like single-use knives and forks that you get when you have takeout that you're like, what am I going to do with this? Put it in your carry-on. You never know when you need it. because sometimes you don't want to touch something. So that's going in the treat trap. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'm going to eat you one day, probably when I'm not even hungry. So, what else do I take on my carry-on? I take this. And again, I wish this was this, but this is specifically for the plane. This is all stuff I use on the plane or the train or whatever. And there's a few like absolute must-haves. I have way too much stuff in here right now, but my must-haves are, first and foremost, saline nasal spray. Not like Afrin, like a decongestant. This is just pure saline, which is salt water. The air inside of a plane is about 10 to 15% humidity. That's about twice as dry as Las Vegas, like the desert. It's incredibly, incredibly dry, which is why you tend to get sick on airplanes, because your nasal passages dry out and they crack, and that's what lets in germs. Your nasal passages and your mucous membranes are like the fortress around your body. So I take this on a plane, do a squirt or two. Oh, yeah, people think I'm doing coke. I'm like, whoo. And it's hydrating. You feel good. It just tastes a little bit salty, but it's nothing big. So this is crucial. And it's cheap. You can get the cheap kind. Also, eye drops. Speaking of mucous membranes, you want to keep your eyes hydrated. This is Visine Tears. I also like Opcon. Their allergy and redness relief and hydrating one. It's good. It's like kind of an all-in-one, because it also takes the red out of your eyes. So if you're landing and you need to look not like some sort of rabid possum, they're great. I'm going to link all of you guys on my Amazon page. Also crucial, facial spray, a facial mist. This is wonderful. This is Caudalie. It's just like misty water. Evian makes one, Avene makes one, but it's so nice when you're on a flight and it's long and you just feel sort of dried out like a piece of beef jerky to just, it's just a little bit of spa. It just feels so nice. So I always, always travel with this. And this is also a really nice gift to give. Oh, speaking of gifts, something like this I think is a great gift, because you then fill it with all the little travel products your recipient is going to need. This is especially good boy gift. You know, just fill it up with like a little mini deodorant, some nice lip balm, stuff like that. Speaking of lip balm, I always travel with Aquaphor, and I don't have it in here. This is not good. I go someplace tomorrow. This is not good at all. Okay, but I always travel with Aquaphor or Vaseline for my lips, and I also put it around my nose, again, just to fortify those nasal passages, because I will not get sick on a plane. I will not get sick. And you know how else I prevent getting sick? What ones? Disinfecting wipes. Yes, I am that lunatic sanitizing my entire seat area on a plane or a train or a rental car or my own car, because germs live on surfaces for a very, very, very long time. And like I said, nobody's cleaning these things. I don't even know how long it is that they can go without cleaning an Amtrak car. I don't even want to know. Evidently, from my own experience, forever. So take a pack of these, wipe them down, offer them to your seatmate. It's very nice. Be sure to wipe down your cell phone, the little nozzle with the air, your tray table, the tab, the seat, everything. Everything. You cannot over sanitize. You cannot. I always take some Advil with me. You never know when your back's going to start to hurt, if you're going to feel like maybe a little bit of a cold coming on, or you're just going to drink on the plane and want to prevent a hangover. Take a billion of these. They're wonderful. Facial moisturizer is key. Like, if I don't have lotion, I get really super panicky. Aquaphor will work in a pinch, but I prefer to have like my own hydrating lotion. I really like Cetaphil. It's sensitive and non-irritating, and sometimes just traveling and being on a plane in different kind of air and environments, your skin will get irritated and itchy. So this kind of keeps that irritation at bay, and it really lasts a long time. It just stays on my skin like for forever. It soaks in, but it also creates a really nice barrier. Oh, yeah, here's my Aquaphor. Yay. Did you miss your mommy? I know. Earplugs, crucial. I like the little waxy kind, because if you want to sleep, you need some earplugs. I also use an eye mask, like not the flat kind, but the kind that look like a little bra, because I have lash extensions and I don't want them to like smush my lashes. Beauty. Toothbrush and toothpaste. I don't care if you didn't eat a thing. I don't care. If you didn't eat a thing on your entire journey, your mouth is going to be gross. Brush your teeth before you get off the plane. It's such a nice reset when you land. You're like, I feel refreshed. Also, I don't have them there in the hamper. Compression socks. Compression socks are really, really crucial because what happens at a high altitude is your blood has to work hard, or your body, your heart, and your lungs have to work harder to circulate. So a lot of people who have like blood clots, or they've had strokes, like older folks, they are at risk for, developing blood clots and having strokes and from sitting on a plane for so long. So compression socks, they don't hurt, they feel nice. They kind of like, they squish like your feet and they keep the blood pumping. And that actually helps with your energy levels. And I swear to God, the difference is night and day when I wear them and when I don't. Like if I'm on a long flight over 3 hours, compression socks, like I'm just not anywhere near as tired when I land. I feel so much more rejuvenated by a pair. They're kind of expensive. They can be like $12 to $25, but they're honestly worth it. Like, wouldn't you pay that to land and feel like a human person? I would. Okay, what else? My favorite thing, drugs. So I like to travel with a variety of pills, from ibuprofen to Xanax to Adderall to whatever it is I might need. And I don't want to carry a bunch of prescription bottles. And you need to understand that TSA is not looking for drugs. TSA is not looking for drugs, they're looking for weapons, okay? So don't feel like you need to travel with the doctor's note and all this shit. Just don't travel with liquids. Don't give them a reason to look in your bag. They're not going to care. I travel with this. It looks like a little macaron, the little French pastry cookie, but it's a pill box. And it's so cute. And I'm always afraid, it screws. So it doesn't just like pop open. And see, it holds on my, what are these? I don't know. Maybe we'll take a handful and find out. But I just like to have my own medicine with me. And last but not least, when you land, you want to feel good. I always look kind of bad on a flight. Like I try not to put on a ton of makeup because I don't want to like squish into my pores, whatever. I just try to do like a tinted sunblock. Because you do need sunblock because up high at that altitude, the air is thin and the UV rays are stronger. If you're in a window seat, like you don't think of yourself as being in the sun for 4 hours plus, but you actually might be. So you really want to like protect yourself. So I carry just a little bit of makeup, just the basics, foundation and lip gloss. The foundation I love is Bare Minerals. This is going to be on my Amazon page too. It's their hydrating stick. It doesn't melt. And it's nice because you don't need any tools for it. You can just like wipe it on. Ooh, it's nice and cool too. It always feels so nice. Did I buy this because this is what Hailey Baldwin uses and I'm obsessed with her skin? Yes. Do I have her skin? No, as it turns out. But I like this stuff nonetheless, and it has an SPF in it. So this is nice just to kind of swipe on. You can do it at your seat before you land, after you brush your teeth, and you're like, oh, I'm a human person again. And then a tube of lip gloss. I also carry a pen with me always when I travel. You never know when you need one. You're going through customs, you're going to the Caribbean, they hand out that form, you're like, why? It's the worst. So just throw a little pen in, throw some tampons in, and you should be good to go, right? Is there anything else in here I want to tell you guys about? Oh, I'll tell you. Candy. Just a little. Sometimes, like, I don't know if you guys are like this, but I panic if I don't have 1 billion snacks with me when I travel. All the snacks. I need all the snacks. I need like 7,000 calories worth of snack options. The other day, I got on a plane with a burger and 3 pieces of pizza. Horrifying. Didn't eat them. Did not eat them, but I just like, they were like my emotional support snacks. So it can be really hard to get like any sort of candy on a plane, and candy can be more refreshing than chocolate or cookies. So I just bring these little, like, when you get your nails done and they have like those little hard candies, you're like, who wants this? It's like the dry hand job of confection. I don't want this. But when you're 30,000 feet up in the air, you actually might. So bring those dum-dums. And that's it, my babies. I think you guys are now ready to be expert wanderlusters. So just to recap, you can pick up this fabby little Dopp Kit on my Amazon page, which is amazon.com/shop/ShallonXO. This is a QS USA Dopp Kit. And right now it's 20% off with the code ShallonXO. For more, click like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram @ShallonXO, and listen to my new podcast, Girl on Top, every place podcasts are found. See you on the flip side, Jet Setters.